All right, everybody. Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever you are. God bless you. This is RevEssie, and we'll start this video out with some chicken legs, drumsticks. You could use any kind you want to. This just happens to be the kind that they sent me because they didn't have the kind I wanted. So rinse off your chicken first, okay? And don't be afraid of it like they want you to be. And if you happen to have a hair on your chicken like this, some people who ever have gas stoves, they just hold it over the heat and they burn it off. You could use a lighter, or you could just simply pluck it out. Now we get our sterilized jars together. And in this case, I'm using quarts because I can show you more. You could feed your family better with quarts of chicken than just trying to eat pints, you know, opening up a couple pints. So in this case, I'm doing quarts. Okay, now I'm going to put the chicken in. There's different ways that you can do it. It all depends on how you want to do it. But some people find it easier to drop the chicken down in first. And some of them get a few of them in there too. Let me see how many we could get in this quart. 1, 2, and then go up 3. I would say, let me see if I could, I'll try 4. Let me see if I can find a small one. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 4. Okay, you can get 4 chicken legs in 1 quart. So I'll continue to do the other ones and I'll be back. And you know what? In this second one, I have 3 on the bottom. I'm wondering if I could do 5 maybe. No, it takes 4. I think, let me try. I don't think it'll take 1 more with the leg down. That might be stretching it too much. Well, you know, I'm just going to do 4. Because you can do 5. Probably, see, it's too tough. Because whenever you're processing your food, you want the temperature, which I believe is 212, whenever you're processing food in a canner, and you want to get to the center of the jar. That's why timing is important. That's why meat is 75 minutes and fish is 90 minutes. Because you're giving the water and the steam time to get to the center of the jar. So this one's good. All right. Okay, with the package that I had, 12, it looks like we're only going to be using 3 of these. So this one's clean. So I'm going to go ahead and put it back in the package over here. Okay, we'll be using 3. Now put in whatever seasoning you want to put in, because we're not going to put any water in it. Because the meat makes its own juices. You can put a little water if you want to, but I wouldn't put too much in it. This is dry packing because meat makes its own juice, and you never know how high that juice is going to rise up. So we're dry packing today, okay, guys? We're cold packing, dry packing. The jars are cold. The jars are cold. The meat is cold. The water in the canner is cold. Hold on. The water in a canner is cold. So that's cold, cold, and cold. All right. I'm going to get my seasonings. Well, use any seasoning you want. And you can add onions. I'm going to get some onions and garlic and put in there too. And I don't know if some of you are like me, but I like to clean behind myself while I'm cooking. And that way you don't have to do that mess later. It's up to you. Your choice. All right. I put a tablespoon of Scott seasoning. Remember what I was telling you guys in another video, Scott seasoning? Well, or whatever, Adams seasoning, Johnson seasoning, whatever you want to use. Keep one of these containers. Take all of the seasonings that you like and mix them together. This seasoning has, oh Lord, onion and garlic powder. I think it has, let me see, it has Cajun seasoning. Let me see what I have up here. Lemon and pepper seasoning, basil, see, all that kind of stuff. Old pepper, Old Bay, parsley, whatever you want to put in there, put it in there, shake it, and add some salt. You're going to want to add about maybe 1/4 to 1/3 of salt. Okay, that's what gives it the flavoring too. So I put Scott seasoning in all 3 of these. Now I'm going to add a little something different. All right, now in one of these, let me put this up. There we go. Okay, in one of these, I am going to add red hot sauce. Even though I like Louisiana hot sauce, but Frank's is pretty cool too. The only thing about Frank's is it's hot, but there's like the flavor is missing. I like the Louisiana. But I'm going to pour a little bit in, just one, and then I'll try to figure out something that I want to put in one of the others, or just maybe leave it that way. Oh, you could put, maybe I'll do one of them with lemon. Lemon or lemon pepper. Let me wipe out the top of this. Okay. There we go. All right. Wipe off the top. And here we go. I'll do this one. Let me see if you can see good. Yeah, okay. I'll do this one with just a tad. We'll see how big the tad is. Okay. All right. That is, oh, I'm going to quit kicking this thing. That's the hot sauce. All right. And in this middle one, I'm going to use soy sauce, Kikkoman soy sauce. I'm just going to add like a little dash in. Okay, how do I wipe it off? All right, let's pour a little soy sauce down in there. Okay, just a tad. And in the third one, I'm going to use, I have a lot of this. I don't know what I do with it, but if you guys watch my videos, you see this sitting in the background. This is the smoke, liquid smoke. Let me see if I have a bigger, better one somewhere. Oh God, it'll take me forever to find it. But anyhow, this is liquid smoke. So what I'm going to do is, it's similar to Kikkoman, so I'm not going to mix it. I'll just pour a little of this liquid smoke into the third one. All right. Now remember, that is all going to mix in with the chicken juice when it cooks. And, I gotta fill this up too. Seems like I have to fill everything up. I am going to add, where'd it go? Where's it at? Let's see. A half teaspoon of salt. I like to use the pink salt, Himalayan pink salt. Okay, half teaspoon of salt. And you don't have to use salt. It's not recommended. I mean, it's not like you have to make the recipe come out correct in the pressure canner or whatever. No, no, no. You use salt. Use it to your taste. All right. Okay. Now, I'm going to cut up the onions and the garlic, guys, and I shall return. And one of these bad boys really help a lot. I lost some of the blades to them, but I love it. All right, I put the chopped onions in, and I'm just going to put in 1 teaspoon of garlic. Great value garlic. I love great value stuff. All right, 1 teaspoon of garlic of each one. This garlic is really strong. It takes over. All right. And now I'm going to get a paper towel and some vinegar and wipe off the rims. For those of you who follow my videos, my canning videos, I've just thought about something. Remember I was telling you that I talked to some Mennonite ladies and they said that they never heard of sterilizing or debubbling and that kind of stuff. And I was just thinking, how can you debubble these chicken legs and you're not supposed to put water in with meat? Wouldn't there be like a whole lot of air in there? How can you debubble air? I mean, you know, so it's something to think about. Maybe it's just me. Now I'm placing the lids on each one. Some people prefer to do it this way. Make sure there's no salt or anything on her because it'll stop the seal. You could do it that way as well. And then they use the little stick with the magnet on it, which I have. If I can find it, I'll show it to you. I don't use it much. Let me see. No, can't find it easy. I was hoping to find it easy so I could show it to you. But you don't have to do that if you don't want to. Some people are so specific about what they do that they scare everybody else from canning. You know, canning is easy, canning is fun, and you feed your family. All right, so those are done. I'm going to label them since they're cold so I won't forget, guys. I think that one was the soy sauce, and that was the smoke, right? Okay. This was hot sauce. So let me label them before I put them in. They are labeled and ready to go in. First, the chicken, onions, garlic, and hot sauce. Next, the chicken and soy sauce. And thirdly, the chicken, and I forgot to put on the smoke sauce, the smoke. So I'll put it on before I put it in. Let me write. Hold on 1 minute. I literally wrote chicken on there. So that was smoke. Okay. All right. Got to have the smoke, y'all. There we go. So I'm going to put them in. I'm going to turn this on high. Turn your pot on high. Don't be afraid to put it on high. Okay. Pour a little white vinegar in there, because if anything should boil over while it's processing, your pan's going to be a little messy. Pour some vinegar in it, you know. There you go. About half a cup or so, you know. I buy that big vinegar from Walmart, and it lasts forever. Let me see. Oh yeah, I got to tell you about vinegar too. Let me make sure. Okay. This vinegar, big guy. I got it from Walmart. Now, what I want to tell you guys, I'm sure most of you probably heard this already, but I just want to make sure. When you get your vinegar, be careful, because companies are selling 4% vinegar with 4% acidity. And the thing about it is, people are using it, and they're saying, oh, it's okay, it's vinegar. No, vinegar. 4% acidic vinegar is not going to give you a long shelf life on your food. And your jars are going to start popping as the months go by, and the food's going to spoil on you. Use 5% acidity vinegar, okay? So that's my big boy. And I pour it into this one. So, you know, my little boy, so to speak. So it'd be easier to use. All right, now we'll put the lid on and get it on and popping. Well, 15-pound pressure. All right, 15-pound pressure for where I live at. I'll be using all 3 of these. Okay, 15-pound pressure for 75 minutes for meat. And I want to show you this real quick. This is from, let me see, the Presto Canner book. When you buy a Presto Canner, this little book, as small as it is, it has a lot of information in it. And it says canning recipes, meat, okay? And it says for beef, bear, beef, pork, lamb, veal, and venison. Remove excess fat, blah, blah, blah. Okay, soak it. Well, we're not doing that. We're doing a chicken right now, so let's go down, rinse it and everything. So you can hot pack, pre-cook the meat and hot pack in a hot jar, or you can raw pack. Add salt if desired to hot jars. Well, we did a cold jar. You do both ways. Pack the raw meat loosely in the jars. Remember I said loosely, so the inside of the jar will cook up past up to at least 212. Okay, leaving 1-inch head space, which is usually the shoulder of the jar that I tell people about. Like, hold it right, like right here. When you see this line, up to there, up to this little bubble line here or underneath it, and you'll be safe. Okay, that's called the neck of the jar. And Let me see. Pack it loosely in hot jars, leaving 1 to 10. Do not add liquid. Notice how it says do not add liquid. Clear jar rims, position lids and secure with bands. And it says process at 10 pounds pressure. 10 pounds a lot of people can use, but I like to be safe and I like to use what I need for it because I'm over 1,000 altitude. I'm actually like, I think 1,300 or something. So I use 15-pound pressure. Okay, and I want to tell you, when you don't add water to your meat, sometimes, pardon my expression, it really comes out, well, I'll just say, it really comes out not so well looking. And if your friends see it, they're like, oh, I don't know about that. You know, they might be a little skeptical, but sometimes your meat comes out, I got to be honest with you, ugly. But when you open that thing up and cook it for 10 minutes, always cook your canned goods for 10 minutes before you eat them. That is the bomb. It's like eating restaurant food. All right, I got to put my lid on, guys. I also want to add that once you put your lid on, once you put your lid on your pot, if the lid acts like it doesn't want to go on so easily, just don't worry about it. Don't force it. You know what I mean? Just take the lid, flip it upside down. There's rubber on the inside of this lid up in here. There's a rubber gasket. Take the rubber gasket out. It's easy to take out. Put on some gloves or something and just go over it with some oil. Olive oil, Crisco, anything. You go over it with some oil and you'll see once you put that rubber gasket back on and you try to put your lid on, it closes real nice. Remember, if it closes nice, it's well oiled. If you're having a hard time, it needs oiled. All right. And I will show you what they look like when they're done. To show you the time too. It is there we go, 1:48. I hope you can see that. Okay, 1:48. And right now everything's cold, 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 so it's going to take a while. It might not even, let me see, 10 to 2. It might not even start to stream a little bit through here until, let me see, 1:48 to about 2:30. You know, you just got to wait because everything's cold and there's a lot of water. There's a lot of water in there. It's heavy, you know. So once it begins to steam through here, wait 10 minutes. Let it stream until it streams real fast. You'll notice it. It'll start spurting, spurting, spurting. Don't worry about that. Let it stream quickly. You'll know it. And not only that, this top thing here, let me see. Let me wipe that off. Let me show you guys this. I meant to wipe it off last time and I forgot. Okay, this top thing right here, it says TOP on it. It'll raise. When that thing rises, that means there is pressure in your can. Okay, so once this starts steaming and this thing pops up, there's pressure in the can. Wait till you get a 10-minute steam on this thing. Then you put this on, okay? And then you might have to wait another 10, 15 minutes for this to start rattling, okay? And once it begins to rattle, then start your timing. Once this rattles, okay, this rattles, then start your timing for 75 minutes. And once it starts to rattle, that is a sign, typical sign, that you can also turn your stove down to medium. You don't have to boil it like crazy, you know what I mean? All right, so we'll see. Okay, I just wanted to show you guys this. Oh yeah, that is steaming pretty good. Sometimes you can see it, sometimes you can't. Let me see if I could turn this. It is 2:16. Yeah, you can kind of see it a little bit. There we go. But see how it's spurting? So that, even though that almost sounds like a good steam, I'm going to give it a couple more minutes. There we go. See? It's spitting. Wish I could have caught that. This is when it's pulling the air out of your jars, guys. And you can hear the jars boiling. This is the part that'll fool you. This came up, that popped up. So in a few more minutes, I'm going to put, that means there's pressure in there. I'm going to put the weight on. All right, and I put the weight on it. Now, let's wait to see when the weight starts, what do they call it? What do they call the weight? The hula dancer. Yeah. Let's wait until the hula dancer dances, baby. Then we'll turn it down. Here it comes. It's starting. $2.29. Now I will turn it down. Once it starts doing that, your top button is up. It lets you know there's pressure in your can. This is dancing. The weight is jiggling. Now you turn it down. I turned mine down halfway, from 10 to 5. And that'll start going down. It'll slow down. You know, you want a nice slow rock. Now I turn the timing on. Yeah, you hear it slowing down? Now it's slowing down. Now I turn the timer on. Let me see. 1 hour, 15 minutes, but I give it 1 hour 20 because it usually takes 5 minutes. See, now we have a nice kind of medium rock, not as slow as I wanted, but it'll do. There's a tip that I want to add to this video. I'm trying not to make it long, that's why I'm doing clips. But if you notice, when you read the directions on the canning book, okay, there's ground meat, if you want to snapshot that. Down here, it says for quarts, pints is on top in green, quarts is on the bottom in green. For quarts with bone in, 75 minutes. And without the bone, 90 minutes. For quarts, 75 for pints. Remember that. 75 with the bone in, 90 without the bone, without the chicken bone in. Okay, it slowed down nicely. Just wanted to let you guys see this nice roll. All right. We have 3 more minutes. And then I will turn it off. And I will move it to the cooler eye over there because it cools down a little quicker. The one thing I have to tell you, though, is while it's cooling, the process is still going on. So don't try to do that old-fashioned thing that people say, put it underneath the sink and run cool water on it. That is not good because you're stopping the process. It's still cooking, and you could end up with having botulism. It's possible in your food. So let it cool down on its own or move it over to your cooler eye. All right? Plus, I don't know if some of you noticed or not, I did that years ago. And years ago when it had to be 1987, in fact, because I was carrying my daughter Lexi. And one exploded, and if you look at my arm, you can see the different colors on my arm. That is because a canner, I ran it under cold water, and I thought it was done, and it exploded all on the ceiling and all on me. And I had 3rd-degree burns and had to go to the hospital. So let it cool on its own. Don't be in a hurry. Enjoy the process. There it is. I will turn it off now. And turn off the timer. And I think, yeah, we'll pull it over to the cool side because we have 3 quarts. So you just have to put your elbows in your side, hold it carefully, and slowly move it over. Okay, you could do it that way, or you could be more safe and leave it sit until it, you know, cools down. Now that will, it's 3:51. We'll see how long this sits until the little top thing goes down. When that goes down, it means all the pressure's out of it. See how easy that stopped? Now we're going to wait for this to go down on its own. All right, so the pressure little top gadget just dropped. So what I'm going to do is remove this. Sometimes it hisses when you take it off. See? But that's not bad. It's just letting out the last little teaspoon of air. Okay? And now what I'll do is I will take this, open it up, and crack it just a tad. And we'll let that set. It is now 4:31. We'll let that set for about 5 or 10 minutes or whatever. And then I'll take them out and we get to see what it looks like. Thanks for hanging in there with me, guys. All right, now I'm going to take them out. Always tilt it away from you. Okay. Which I'll put it down here to sink. Okay. None of them start. There we go. None of them start sealing yet, but I will take them out. This is the chicken smoke with the smoke. Ooh, look how nice. Can you guys see it? Look how nice this is. This is a chicken with the smoke in it. The smoke, I forgot, the liquid. Whatever you want to call it. That's that one. Look how nice that chicken came out. Now this would be the chicken with the onions and garlic and hot sauce. That's right, we did a hot sauce, guys, remember? And there is the chicken with the hot sauce. See what I'm saying about the liquid? Look how the liquid came up. Imagine if you would have put water in there. You can, but as you can see, you can't put too much water in there. All right, and this is because the meat, no matter what you use, and even ground meat, it depends on how much fat is in there. You get a lot of water in there. So here we go. This is the chicken with the soy sauce. Look how pretty. Look at the pretty color. The chicken cooked. See how it kind of gets dark on top? So if you go to anybody's house and they show you something and it looks dark on top, because I have some Angus back there and it looks horrible. It looks really strange, but when you open it up, oh my goodness, and it looks all dry and stuff and black on top. There we go. And there they are. Let me see, I think, can I get in closer? Let me see if I can take this off of here. There we go. Get them in a little bit closer. That's the smoky chicken. That is the onions. Let me see, the onions and hot sauce. Okay, oh, you know that's gonna taste good. And this one was the soy sauce, chicken with the soy sauce. Now what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna close this. What I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna make a meal with one of the chicken jars that I have back in the back in my pantry, and I'm gonna show you what it looks like. I'm going to cheat and use some Idahoan loaded baked potatoes. And I'm heating up the water. When you are doing meats, it's best to use wide mouth. This is a small mouth, and I almost had a hard time getting that chicken out of this part right here, but I shook it real hard. So use wide mouth pints or wide mouth quarts if you really want to get your meat out good. All right, and that's the way it looks in the pan. You just let it heat up. These were thighs that I made, chicken thighs that I made last year. And if you see, they still look good. Nice coloring. See? It's heated up. I wanted to add this in while we're waiting for the meal. All right. Let's see if I can bring this into the picture. All right. That is your canning lid, okay? I'm just going to leave it there for a minute because I don't want this to fall over. Take this out. Am I in the camera? Okay, take this out. All right. It comes out easy. Lasts about 6 months. Sometimes longer, depending upon how you use it. And then you take it. I always like to take, if you can see, I use Crisco. I like to go around it one time with the grease on both of my gloves or hands, whatever. And then there's some on the inside, so I like to put my finger inside. Let me turn it this way. You can see. Yeah, I put my fingers inside and make sure some of that grease gets on the inside of it as well. And then I'll put it back on. And it just kind of clicks up in there. All right. And your grease are ready for another couple of times. Almost ready. It's boiling. The meat is boiling, but I'm going to turn it another minute or two. Right, for the mashed potatoes, I will put in the 2 cups of boiling hot water. Okay. And I'll stir them up. Okay, they're watery, if you can see that, but they'll start to thicken up as I. There we go, as I mix them. Okay, I'll mix these up for a couple minutes. I'll be back. All right, and here goes. I will put the potatoes on the plate. Ah, good, the third one just sealed. Put the potatoes on the plate, okay? Now, one thing I want to tell you guys is, I can cook, but I can't decorate for nothing. So, but I'm sure you guys can make it look nicer, okay? I do try, okay? All right, and where's my other spoon? Here it is, this one. I hope I can show you guys this. And there is the chicken. Yeah, you can see it in there. The juice is way down the top. And here's what you do. All you do, as you can see, the bones are coming out too from the, there's 2 of them actually. I wonder if let me think. Let me try to get around those bones. I'll get the piece without the bone. Put it on. Trying to cut around those bones. All right. Put it on. Get one more piece. Let's say you're doing this for your husband or your boyfriend or your girlfriend or something, right? Make sure you want to feed them good. There you go. Put that there. Maybe a little juice, somewhat, right? There's onions in there too. Little juice and onions, okay? And since I don't have any peach cobbler, I'll do an apple. I use apples in my potato salad too. People love my potato salad because I put apples in them. Okay. I don't want to waste that piece. Hope you guys are seeing this. Oh, okay, good. Good. All right. An apple a day keeps the doctor away. All right, ooh, one more piece. I hope I can do it. There we go. One more piece. There we go. Or whatever you want to use. Apples, peaches, pumpkin pie, whatever you want to use. And that is the way your chicken will come out. And you could sprinkle cheese on top of it, or, you know, salt and pepper. Let me see. Sprinkle a little salt and pepper on. Let me wipe this off. It looks kind of crazy. Well, of course, the pepper ones always look crazy, I guess. All right, sprinkle a little salt and pepper on top of it. Like that. I love a lot of pepper, guys. And sprinkle some salt on top of it. I like my apples salted too. I don't know about you, but I love salt on apples. And there you have it. Thank God we are done. And there, let's see if I can pinch it. And there is the plate you would have if you did, when you do your chicken back here in the back. And you could put it on mashed potatoes, however you want to serve it. And there it is. Thanks for hanging in there with me. God bless all of you. I love you. And thank you to all of you who allowed me, after I asked on Facebook, to tag you when I do my videos. They're not going to be a whole bunch, but when I do them, at least I'll be able to tag you guys. God bless each and every one of your households. In Jesus' name, amen. Thanks for watching.